Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about fear. Yeah, fear. As you go through your process of letting go, as you go through with your talking to your spirit guide, your guardian angels, as you do your guided meditations, fear is going to come up, okay? And the fear of not knowing, understanding that for your entire life, you've held on to that energy, right? You've held on to that feeling of everything's okay and your body's regulated, right? Your body is balancing your baggage, okay? As you start to let it go, right? You're gonna get fearful. Like, okay, am I doing the right thing? Oh my gosh, I'm afraid. And that fear comes from ego, okay? Ego believes it saved your life over many lifetimes. So it's always going to invoke itself in the decision process, and it's going to bring up fear because it doesn't know what happened. So it brings fear up in your heart, right? You get message after message about, oh my gosh, what if? Oh my God, what if? Oh my God, what if? And that's when, right, consciousness keeps you balanced, okay? Again, talking out loud. But this time you're going to talk out loud to your ego and tell your ego that everything that your ego is telling you is a lie, okay? And it's easy to do. Ego, I'm not going to listen to that because that's a lie. All you do is tell me lies because that's what ego does. It tells you lies to stop you from moving forward. It tells you lies to stop you from releasing the energy that it controls you with. The thoughts, the trauma, right? All the things that were said to you as a child, understanding that from the day you're born to the day you're 13, 14, your ego tapes everything that happens in your life. And then when you grow up, when you mature 13, 14 years old, it hits the play button. So for the next 70 years, you have to overcome all the things that your ego taped for the first 13, okay? So it's invested in not allowing you to live your true self. It's invested in keeping you exactly who you are today and not allowing you to move forward. How? By fear. And that's why you have to call ego out, right? You have to make sure that as you go through your process of letting go, as you go through your process of doing your meditations, which are going to make you feel fantastic, right? You're going to have all kinds of knowing and all this cool stuff. Ego's going to get in there with a little bit of fear, saying, but what if? Oh my gosh, but what if? Well, that's not right. What is it? And then you start to get confused. That's when you being conscious makes all the difference in the world. Because then you go, no, ego. No, that's a lie. That's not true. And I'm not listening to that because that's not true. And ego will stop, right? It will stop to recalibrate itself. Because over your many lifetimes, right, over centuries, your ego's never had pushback from the human. The energy of pushback, of telling it no. But you can do that, right? You can control your ego. Does it take time? Yes. Does it take consciousness? Yes, definitely. But you can do it, right? It's about being persistent in calling out ego when it shoots you with fear, right? Now, this is not fear of, oh my God, fight or flight, I need to run because somebody's chasing me, right? Or in a bad situation, which the more conscious you are, your energy changes, of course, and the less you put out the energy that is going to attract somebody in a negative sense, okay? So the more conscious that you are, the less fear you have. And then when you get the fear, you know exactly what it is, and you can call your ego out, because it's usually ego who's slipping it in behind the back door, and you go, oh, okay, so what's that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I'm thinking like that. I haven't thought like that in a year. Are you kidding me? It's ego saying, yeah. And because you're conscious, you go, okay, I know what that is. Ego, that's not true. That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay? Understanding that fear is going to be with you forever. Okay? But it gets less and less every time you're conscious. Right? Instead of it taking a day to understand it, it takes you 6 hours. Instead of it taking you 6 hours to understand it, it'll only take you 5 hours, and then 3, and then 2, and then minutes, and then seconds. No, 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 that's just ego. No, no, no. Ego, that's a lie. Not listen to that because that's a lie. All you do is lie. And ego will basically give up. Eventually, it will give up. Still means it's there, right? It will still shoot you fear without you actually knowing it when you are not conscious, because we can't be conscious 24/7, right? We can be fearful 24/7. And that's what this is all about, is understanding you don't have to be fearful, right? You don't have to be fearful at all if you control your ego. Because as you go through the process of elimination, Spirit says, of eliminating all that energy, all those thoughts are energy, right? All that energy that no longer serves you, and you let it out, you let it go through guided meditation, through talking to Spirit one-on-one all day long. All of your guides hear you when you say Spirit, right? There are no names for guides, because Spirit always tells me guides, people that want the names of guides are not ascended enough. They're not conscious enough, because that is something that people down here want to believe, because then they can address. We don't know who you're talking to when you say Spirit, because they don't, one guide doesn't know everything. You have a multitude of guides there to help you out at every point. So as you ascend, as you become more conscious, fear diminishes. Does it mean that you can't have a month of, oh my God, what just happened? No, because that's transformation, okay? So fear is going to be with you in some form or another forever. It's just easier for you in the future as you're conscious, right? To stop it before it gets blown up in your head. In your head, makes sense, right? Nothing should be in your head except for wonderful, beautiful thoughts and clearness, right? And fear can cloud that. And fear normally comes from the ego. So the more conscious you are, the less fear you have. But understand, fear will always be there lurking somewhere. But the more conscious you are, the quicker you deal with it. Thanks.